Cindy Grimm, EFN, Enchanted Forest News, reporting live from what is sure to be the trial of a century. Now, in a matter of moments, we are about to witness quite possibly the most impressive clash of legal minds this country or this courtroom has seen since once upon a time. Now, after years of delay, we are finally about to witness the trial of the Big Bad Wolf. As many of you already know, Mr. Wolf, the defendant, escaped a jail trial for 3 counts of huffing and puffing with intent to destroy, 2 counts of attempted murder by indigestion, and 1 count of grandmother impersonations, 4 counts of attempted sheep abduction, and 17 counts of lurking, ended in a mistrial, the result of a giant falling on the jury room. Now, a number of parties have brought a class action lawsuit against Mr. Wolf in order to obtain some monetary compensation for what they feel has been an infringement on their right to live happily ever after. It seems the unequaled Miss Fairy Godmother has entered, accompanied by her young client, Miss Red Riding Hood, and young client's grandmother, Mrs. Grandmother. Miss Godmother, any words for EFN?
Mr. Wolf is a depraved, cold, calculating killer, and it is only his celebrity status in this forest that saved him from the hands of criminal justice. His behavior is reprehensible and has completely infringed upon my client's rights to live happily ever after. As you know, I have always fought to ensure that the good people of this forest get the ending they deserve.
That wolf is gonna get it. We're gonna string him up by his toes so his money goes right here. And the me and Granny are gonna get our size on nice new condom with a pool and
Now, dear, have a seat. That isn't appropriate behavior for television, and we don't want to be wasting the players' time. All of Miss Godmother's clerks turned into mice after midnight tonight.
Yeah, that's right. You stink.
Well, I never.
Now, she didn't.
Ungrateful little brat.
Well, look at the other part. It's fine. Mr. Wolf.
Ooh, hello, baby. I like microphones. They make my voice sound loud.
Ah, yes, the press. Excellent. Yes, I think dream a plaintiff in this case. I'm happy to provide an interview if need be.
Well, thank you, but
Yes, well, you see,
I didn't say that.
Say, you're Cindy Grimm, ain't you? Well, remember me? You covered the Mr. World Lumberjack pageant last year. I just won best in flannel and most ruggedly handsome. Yeah, Bill Woodcutter, that's right. Sure is great to see you again.
yes, Mr. Woodcutter, ready for this year's pageant? Are you?
Sure am.
Okay. Miss Cindy Grimm, EFN. You two must be.
I'm an old shepherdess and this here's my boy. The boy don't know his manners too well, and so we're in a bit of a mess, you see. But we don't want no trouble, just some money for some sheep I lost and to pay the medical bill for the boy here.
Right then, so you must be the boy who cried.
Wolf, yeah, that's me. What's it to you? Look, I was just having a little fun. You know, like frying ants with magnifying glass or blowing up squirrels with homemade explosives.
You shut your mouth, boy. He don't mean those things he says. He's just a little, well, boys will be boys, eh?
Right then. Well, here he is, folks. The infamous Big Bad Wolf. This is a very tense moment in the courtroom right now. Just feel that tension.
I can hear you over there, you know.
Oh, my deepest apologies, Mr. Wolf. Cindy Grimm, EFN. I'm coming with Rob today.
Yeah, I guess.
So, where's your lawyer? And where is he?
She, and I don't know. Her name's Evil Stepmother. You heard of her? Apparently, she's some big, fancy, high-priced lawyer who's gotten pulled into pro bono work she doesn't want to do. I don't blame her. Barring another giant, I don't stand a chance today. I'm sure.
Okay then. Do you have anything you'd like to say to the viewers out there?
I got nothing to say to the world. The world's got nothing to say to me.
Okay.
All right, for the honorable judge, wise old woman. Ladies and gentlemen, they say that justice is blind. Well, if justice is blind and bats are blind, then justice must be a bat, eh? You may be seated.
The renowned Judge, wise old woman, will be presiding over this case today. Judge Woman is known for her, wisdom. She's also known to apply her gift as a philosopher to any case. She is also very well known for her taste in magical beans.
For starters.
In this court today, we are here to try an individual accused of many heinous acts. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I would ask you to keep in mind this important and difficult concept throughout the many grueling hours of this trial. The concept is that guilty is the opposite of not guilty, and not guilty is the opposite of guilty. That's it. Very well. Shall we begin?
Your Honor, ma'am, I have no counsel.
What? Oh, yes, of course, counsel. Well, where is your counsel? Why isn't it here? Did you lose it? Did you check in your pockets, under the seat cushions, behind the refrigerator?
No, ma'am, I haven't.
What? You don't have a refrigerator?
That's not what.
How do you keep your milk fresh? Like, seriously, how do you? Ah, your lawyer, yes. Who is she? Oh, she's a lot of fun. Miss Evil Stepmother.
I apologize, Your Honor, everyone, for my lateness. What? Excuse me. Just stand then. Again, I apologize to everyone.
May I inquire as to why you are late, counselor?
You know, I would come up with an excuse, but really, forget it. I don't do pro bono work, so I'm not all that excited about this case, to be honest with you. Plus, I think it's pretty much doomed to failure, so I didn't really prepare a whole lot, and I was kind of pulling some things together at the last minute. And I was up late last night yelling at my stepdaughter to clean the cinders out of the fireplace, so I thought I'd sleep in a little and treat myself to a nice long breakfast with my colleague and witness over here. So, are we going to get this thing going? I've got a facial scheduled at 5.
Yes, of course, right away.
Objection!
The trial hasn't even started yet.
Your Honor, I object to the counsel for the defense's attitude. Clearly she is making a mockery of this courtroom, and you are allowing it.
Oh, I am? Oh, well, that's not good. Miss Stepmother, a bit of wisdom for you. Being late is wrong. Wrong is the opposite of right. Right is the opposite of left. Therefore, if you are late, I will have to ask you to leave. Now then, court is in session. Right? Ah, yes, opening remarks. Miss Godmother, the floor is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to correct a grave injustice. By chance, Mr. Wolf was spared the punishment he rightfully deserves. He is a depraved criminal. He has lurked in the forest for years, preying on innocent little girls.
Yeah!
Shush, child, behave yourself.
Innocent little girls, innocent little old women, innocent little pigs, innocent little boys, and innocent little sheep. My clients have been frightened, threatened, tricked, eaten and robbed, and I am sure I am leaving something out. Because of a mere accident, this twisted fiend will not receive the punishment he deserves. So, we must take from him everything we can. That beast over there must be left with nothing, because he has left my clients hurt, frightened, and homeless. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Godmother. Miss Stepmother?
Oh, no, I waive it.
What?
Yeah, you heard me in a statement. Thanks, though.
Very well. Moving on.
You're not even going to try? You're not going to do anything for me?
Look, Wolfie, nobody's going to save you, and even if somebody were, it wouldn't be me.
I'm doomed. I'm going to be robbed blind.
You did all of it, didn't you?
Yes, but why won't anybody understand?
Miss Godmother calling first witness.
Understand what?
I call to stand Miss Little Red Riding Hood.
What it's like to have everyone hate you.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you on Christian Anderson?
Yeah, sure thing.
Maybe I do.
What was that?
Red, honey, how are you, dear?
I'd be a whole lot better if I had that monster's cash.
Right. Well now, Red, sweetie, why don't you tell the nice people on the jury what exactly happened between you and Mr. Wolf on the day in question?
Yeah, sure thing. Well, you see, I was walking through the woods, minding my own business, trying to get to my granny's house to bring her some bread because she's old and sick and stuff. And then this horrible, scary wolf jumps out. And I know he's creepy, and I'm like, back off, wolf. And he's like, no, it was nice and stuff. Why don't you take this shortcut or whatever to get to your granny's house? And I'm like, actually, shortcuts are good. I hate walking. It's for losers. I guess this wolf wouldn't just make up some shortcut or whatever, so I start walking. Turns out the freaking wolf made it up! He gave me like a long cut or something, so that he could get to my granny's house and eat her.
My word! He ate her grandmother! I'm so sorry for you, child. What happened next?
He wanted to trick me into thinking it was my granny. And then when I got close enough to the bed, he ate me!
Ate you too! Consumption of a live human being is a felony, ladies and gentlemen, and an obvious deprivation of one's basic rights.
Oh, it was terrible until Mr. Woodcutter got us out. It was so dark and clammy and acidic in there.
It sounds horrible, dear.
Oh, it was. I can't take it.
There, dear. Why don't you just go and sit back down?
Okay.
Objection, I haven't cross-examined the witness yet.
Oh, but she is so sad. Yes, absolutely too sad to be questioned. I'm sorry.
Now, wait a minute here. You can't do that. I have a right to cross-examine the witness.
I'm too sad, see?
Yes, according to Clause A, Section 12345 of the Legal Code, 22F. Extreme sadness may excuse a witness from further testimony.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then just made that up. The witness is excused. What? The witness is excused. Please sit down, Miss Stepmother. I can't believe it. Miss Stepmother, call your next witness, please.
Yes, I call to the stand Mrs. Grandmotherhood.
Jury's gonna turn into a graveyard at this point.
No.
Mama.
Goodness.
Stay down.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you on Christian and sense? You betcha.
Thanks, Granny.
I'd prefer Mrs. Hood, please.
Yes, of course, Mrs. Hood. Now, tell me something. Do these things belong to you?
Why, yes, those are my items.
Now, can you tell us, what were you wearing the day you encountered the defendant?
Those items?
Anything else?
Just my undies, dear, but that is none of your business.
Yes, I see. Now, is it correct that when your granddaughter encountered the defendant, he was wearing these same items?
Well, not the exact same items. I had a spare nightgown and bonnet, but only one pair of glasses.
And at this point, he had eaten you. Is that correct?
Yes.
So, not only did the defendant eat you, but he made a dear old lady remove her desperately needed eyeglasses. Before he did so?
Yes, it was terrible.
Terrible! Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we've heard that word before, haven't we? Mrs. Godmother's granddaughter described the events in the same way, and quite frankly, I think they were being kind, as it is in their nature to be. So, the defendant not only ate an old woman and her granddaughter, but insisted that the old woman remove her desperately needed eyeglasses before he did so. Without her ability to see, the kind of psychological strain Mrs. Hood must have endured would have been unthinkable. That's all, Mrs. Hood. Your witness.
You may examine the witness, Miss Stepmother. Oh, I can examine this one. Thank you so much. Mrs. Hood, let me ask you this.
Yes.
How did the defendant get to remove your glasses? Your statement just jumps from the wolf came in to he ate me to then I was joined by my granddaughter in the wolf's stomach. That is all we get. Now what happened?
Well, I didn't.
I see you're not wearing glasses today. Do you own contact lenses, Mrs. Hood?
Yes, I do.
And isn't it true you were, in fact, wearing your contact lenses at the time Mr. Wolf entered your cottage?
Yes, I was.
Oh, so you were able to see just fine, weren't you?
Yes, I suppose so.
I'm just about done. But I do have one more question.
Yes?
What sort of carpet do you have on your floor, Mrs. Hood?
In what room?
In your bedroom, of course.
Wolf skin?
Wolfskin. That is fascinating. Who made that carpet, Mrs. Hood?
My late husband and myself.
I see. No further questions, Your Honor.
The witness is excused.
Where did that come from?
Hey, I said I didn't work too hard on this case. I mean, I'm still not the best there is. Besides, maybe I like it a little bit all of a sudden.
Well, that was a stirring cross-examination from Miss Evil Stepmother. Miss Fairy Godmother might have more of a case than she had planned.
Oh, shut up! Miss Godmother, would you care to call another witness?
Yes, I would. I call to the stand Mr. Bill Woodcutter.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you honest Christian Anderson?
I do indeed.
Mr. Woodcutter, what do you do for a living?
Well, I'm a woodcutter. I cut wood. I also do pageants. I just want best in flannel.
Yes. So, as part of your job, you carry an axe. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And you are licensed to use that axe in cases of emergency. Are you not?
I am.
And is it not, in fact, part of the woodcutter's code that you must always respond to innocent people in need?
It is part of the code, and I uphold that part of the code.
So, in other words, when you encounter an emergency in the woods, you are obligated to respond quickly and courageously?
Yes, I am.
And so you did, sir. You are a true hero, sir.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Miss Stepmother, your witness.
Mr. Woodcutter, let's talk about this woodcutter's code, shall we?
Okay.
How do you know when there's an emergency in the woods you must respond to?
Well, usually if I see something that looks suspicious, I respond to it.
I see. You see it then, do you? Now, Mr. Woodcutter, would you care to tell me what prompted you to go into Mrs. Hood's cottage that day? There seems to be nothing in the report about why you went into her house. Did you hear a scream?
Well, no, not exactly.
Did you see the defendant enter the house and become suspicious?
Well, okay. I was snooping around the house.
Snooping. Whatever for?
I was looking for a pie to steal off the windowsill.
Oh, whatever would you do that? I thought you were a hero.
Cutting wood don't pay so good. That's why I do the pageants. But you only win the big money if you win first prize. I haven't done that yet. I was hungry.
And while you were trying to steal something, you happened to see in the window what exactly?
I saw that there wolf sitting in the old lady's bed in her clothes, licking his chops.
Well, all right then. Tell me though, how did you know? I mean, absolutely know for sure that Mr. Wolf had eaten your friends and that you were justified in cutting him open. Because that is what you did, isn't it? You cut my client open with an axe, didn't you?
I did.
How did you know, Mr. Woodcutter? Couldn't he have been a friend of Mrs. Hood's, one who occasionally likes to wear her nightgown? How did you know that he'd eaten her and that the two were simply in the other room?
Well, he's a wolf.
Oh, so you just gotta cut him open then, eh? He's a wolf?
Yeah.
No other reason.
Nope.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Another stirring cross-examination from Miss Evil Stepmother. This is going to be good.
Shut up!
Why don't we cut to commercial?
Miss Godmother, do you have another witness to call?
Yes, I call to the stand the 3 little pigs.
Well, objection. You can't call 3 witnesses at once.
Your Honor, it is essential to my case that the 3 witnesses be called at one time.
It is?
Well, no, but they insist on testifying together.
Why is that?
Your Honor, may I approach the bench?
Well, this is unorthodox, but I suppose so. Counselors, why don't you join us? What is it?
My siblings aren't really competent to testify without me.
What do you mean?
They're, immature?
No, you can say it. They're stupid. They're too stupid.
Oh, I see. Well, I see no problem with that, Miss Stepmother.
I think I'm fine with that.
Very well. The 3 little pigs, please approach the bench. Oh, goodness.
Get up, you two. We're in a courtroom after all.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you Hans Christian Andersen? What?
Yes.
Good enough. Now, will you each please give the court your names?
Tell the nice lady your name.
My name is Ona.
One. Don't you mean what?
Worry about it.
My name's Tuo.
My name is 3.
Very well then. One. Could you please tell us what happened to you and your house?
Well, I had a house, and then it fell over, and now I live in another house.
How did your house fall over?
A fox blew it over.
A fox?
Yeah.
Are you sure it wasn't a wolf? Calm down! Calm down! Was that the creature that blew down your house?
Yeah, that was a fox.
Okay then. Tuo.
Yeah, me?
Did that creature also blow down your house?
No, my name is Ona, and we have a nice house and a fireplace.
No! Your first house. Did he blow down your first house?
Oh, my first house. Why didn't you just ask me that? Yeah, who is that guy?
That wolf right there. No! Don't worry. You're safe. Now, 3. Would you please tell your story for the court?
Gladly, my dear lady. You see, my siblings and I had always lived together until the past year, when we decided to leave our parents and childhood home to go and build our own house. Not too far from each other, but far enough to grant ourselves a reasonable amount of independence.
I see.
Well, one day the blasted blooded night wolf came to lit up both of my siblings' homes. They came to live with me out of fear that he might attempt to eat them. In such time as he lurked outside my home, we barely slept, and our personal hygiene went to the dogs. Look at all this hair on my chinny chin chin. I haven't shaved in weeks.
Oh, you poor dear.
Yes, it was abominable.
Ladies and gentlemen, these poor pigs were so frightened, they couldn't even shave.
They said they would huff and blow our houses down unless we let him in. And he called us little pigs.
Doesn't everyone?
Well, yes, but he said it in a really mean and nasty sort of way that made me think he was trying to demean us and hurt my feelings about it.
Your Honor, I have no more questions. I am simply too outraged with the defendant's behavior.
Very well, Miss Godmother. Please have a seat. Miss Stepmother, your witnesses. One. Tell me something.
I was trying to pick up my own feet.
What?
I told you something.
No, I want you to tell me what your first house was made of.
My first house. My first.
Remember? The one you told us about before.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I see. And you, Tuo.
And me? Oh, I'm not going.
No, I don't want you to tell me something. I want you to tell me what your first house was made of.
That has nothing to do with being agriculture.
It does not.
That's okay?
Yes. What was your first house made of?
Oh, sticks.
Sticks.
And 3, which is a house in which you all 3 now reside, the house you constructed. What is it made of?
Brick.
And it hasn't blown over by means of a wolf or anything else.
No.
And it's up to all building codes, I assume.
Of course. What do you think?
What about your siblings' former homes? Do you think straw and sticks are building materials approved by the zoning board?
No, they're not.
Do you think your siblings' former homes would have lasted long, say, in a hurricane or tornado or well in a light breeze?
No.
But they are very safe and cozy now, aren't they?
Yes.
Now just one more thing.
Yes.
Did my client ever say he was going to eat any of you?
Dopey, dopey. Nobody knew.
No.
So how did you know that's just what he wanted to do? How did you know he wasn't just trying to make sure your homes were safe and secure?
Well, because
No further questions, Your Honor.
the little pigs, I mean, witnesses are excused.
I have one more witness, Your Honor. Call them. I call to the stand Mrs. Old Shepherdess.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you Hans Christian Andersen?
Yes, I do.
Now, Mrs. Shepherdess, will you please tell the court what it is you do for a living?
Well, I'm a shepherdess. I heard sheep.
Yes, I see. And now, could you tell us who that boy over there is?
That's my boy. He watches my sheep sometimes.
I see. And what did he tell you one day?
Well, they're actually 3 days.
Why don't you just tell us what happened on the 3rd day?
Yes. Well, you see, on the 3rd day, the boy cried out that there was a wolf in the field, and that the wolf stole some of my sheep and ate them and threatened the boy up in a tree.
I see.
And no one came to help the boy out because, well, you see, the 2 days before.
That's really enough, Mrs. Shepherdess. Thank you so much.
All right, I suppose.
Your witness, counselor.
I'll keep this brief, Mrs. Shepherdess. Why don't you just tell us what happened the first 2 days you mentioned?
Well, on the first day, the boy cried out that there was a wolf, and all of us up in the village came to take a look, and there was no wolf. Then he did the same thing the next day. So on the last day, nobody jumped enough to check it out.
I see. So your boy isn't very reliable, is he?
Well, I just,
And no one but the boy actually saw my client steal the sheep or threaten him.
well, no.
And if, in fact, a wolf did steal the sheep and threaten your boy, the only way we would know it was this particular wolf is by hearing what the boy had to say, isn't it?
Well, I suppose so.
This woman's testimony is essentially hearsay.
Yes. Well, why are you still talking to her?
You're excused, Mrs. Shepherdess.
Does the counsel for the plaintiffs have any further witnesses to call?
Close the door now, stop.
You know what, Miss Godmother? I believe we have come to the conclusion that I don't believe you have any. No, Miss Stepmother?
Yes. I would like to call a surprise hostile witness, the defense calls the boy who cried wolf.
Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be good.
Object! Oh, never mind. Come along, young man.
But I don't wanna.
I'm afraid you have to, son.
Well, fine then.
Stand up. Do you, this hand on the book, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you Hans Christian Andersen?
I guess so.
Thank you.
Tell me something, young man. Did you ever on any day see a wolf in the field?
Yeah, of course, the 3rd day. Just like the old lady said.
All right. Why did you pretend on the other days?
Well, because I thought I'd be funny. Ha, it was. You should have seen all their stupid faces.
All right. Are you certain the wolf you saw was my client?
I mean, I guess so. They all look the same to me, those wolves.
And I'm just wondering why specifically did you cry wolf rather than something else on the days where there was no wolf?
Well, because everyone knows wolves are bad. Big and bad, you know?
Oh, everyone knows wolves are naturally bad, but not little boys, huh?
Yep.
Are you aware that a prank emergency call is a crime, young man?
Huh? Yeah, sure. Someone's always trying to spoil my fun.
So you knew you were breaking the law when you cried wolf.
Heck yeah.
And wolves are naturally bad?
Listen, I need this from you, lady.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Miss Godmother, any questions for the young man?
Listen, can I go now? I gotta go flush some live fish down the toilet.
No questions, Your Honor.
Wow, you sure are something.
No, it may not be as bad as you thought.
Miss Stepmother, do you have another witness?
Oh, yes. I'd like to call an expert witness to the stand, renowned psychiatrist Miss Muffet. She's got years of hands-on experience in the deep, dark woods.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you Hans Christian Andersen?
I don't like swearing.
I'm afraid you must, Miss Muffet.
Oh, fine. Yes, I swear.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You may be seated, Miss Muffet.
Oh, no.
Pardon me?
I need a tuffet.
Oh. What?
A tuffet? Ma'am, she needs a tuffet.
Oh, right. A tuffet. Yes. Well, someone go fetch a tuffet, please.
No, I don't think anyone knows what that is.
Oh, thank heavens. Neither do I.
I am sorry, Your Honor, she's a bit neurotic, but she's the best psychiatrist around. If you have a tuffet anywhere,
What's taking so long? Miss Muffet requires
A tuffet. I cannot sit without a tuffet.
Right, that. Like I always say, there is no such thing as good psychiatry without a sturdy tuffet. Miss Stepmother, what in the name of all that's good and decent is a tuffet?
I'm not sure. I think she made it up. Just have her stand.
Very well. Miss Muffet, the state is unable to provide you with said tuffet. Do you mind standing?
Oh, my legs are so tired. I need a tuffet.
Please.
Help.
Oh.
Chair won't kill you.
This is ridiculous. Just celebrate!
There's a spider in my chair! A spider! Ah! I need my percolate! I need my percolate! Oh no! Oh no! I need it so badly!
You know, a great thinker once said, "Curtains way, your day's okay."
Of course, Your Honor. In any event, I apologize for the behavior of my last witness. May I simply call my final witness?
Yes, of course.
All right. Defense calls Mr. Big B. Wolf.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you Hans Christian Andersen?
I do.
Let's be brief. Why don't you just tell the court what you have to say about all this?
Yes, I'd like to. I'm not sure where to begin. I'm a wolf of few words, but here goes. When I was just a cub, I lived a pretty carefree life. I stayed in the cave mostly and played with my brothers and sisters, and Mother brought us home some meat every night for dinner. One day, my mother brought home something different though, a human baby. We raised the baby as one of our own, and I loved my sister like she was a wolf herself. Then, one day, she returned to her people, and I never saw her again. I swore that day, though, that I would always protect and love creatures of other species, and swore off the usual activities of wolfhood, and became a vegan. But, one day, as I was looking for dandelions in a field of sheep, a boy began to cry out, "Wolf, wolf, he's taking the sheep, he's going to eat me!" Suddenly, I became enraged. How could this boy suspect me of doing exactly that which I had sworn never to do? I yelled at him, trying to tell him that I was a good wolf. But the more I yelled, the angrier I became, because the boy just kept on screaming. In a blind rage, I took a sheep and scared him half to death. I ate those sheep that night. After that, I tried to pull my wits together and go back to my old ways, but every time I would encounter a creature of another species, he or she would run from me, distrust me, scream, or something of the sort. I never meant to hurt anybody. But gradually, I didn't know how else to interact with the world. I turned to a life of crime. I did all of the things I've been accused of. I admit it. But I can only ask that for once, if you have mercy, if you take pity, maybe I'll be able to change. That's all, I guess.
Thank you, Mr. Wolf.
Thank you.
Miss Godmother, do you have any questions?
No, I don't.
Very well.
Stop the child! Stop the child! As I was leaving, I saw the television live broadcast. My brother!
What?
It's been so long. Don't you recognize me anymore?
Oh, my sister, this is, well, I can't believe it.
What?
The courtroom was thrown into chaos here tonight as renowned psychiatrist Miss Muffet revealed her true identity as the adopted human sister of the accused. Miss Godmother informed the jury that she brought up her facts brought up by her witnesses, and Miss Evil's stepmother, for the defense, informed the jury that Mr. Wolf had not been born a criminal, but made one, simply because in the society that which he had lived in had made him such. And now, I bring you back to the courtroom where they're about to deliver the verdict.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I would like you to give us a verdict.
They haven't even left the room yet.
We don't have time for that. Besides, nobody likes jury duty. I know I always wish they would just get on with it. All the lawyers yakking away and those witnesses crying. And those judges. Ha! Don't get me started.
You're not going to send them out to deliberate?
No. We'll just have them clap. It's much easier, don't you think? Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I am going to need your help. But before I ask you for a decision, I have some words of wisdom to impart. Words that may help you along the way. Like a wise philosopher once said, juries are like submarine sandwiches. They are best with mayo and hot peppers.
Excuse me?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
No matter what happens, I just want to say thanks.
You know, I'm glad I got forced into this case. I know where you're coming from. I need to talk to my stepdaughter.
When I raise my gavel, I'd like everyone who believes the defendant is guilty, that's guilty with a J, J-Y, J-E, J-A?
Guilty with a G.
Oh, with a G, anyone who believes the defendant, Mr. Big B Wolf, is guilty with a G, I would like you to applaud as loudly as you can. And when I lower my gavel, I'd like everyone to please remain silent. All in favor of guilty! Got my gavel? Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys are electric. Anywho, there's another option. When I raise my gavel again, I'd like everyone who believes the defendant is innocent. That's innocent with who living cares at this point? Anyone who believes the defendant is innocent, please applaud now. All innocent. Thank you. Thank you. Now, if you'll allow me to make some quick calculations. Mr. Wolf, yeah? You know what? All right. Aha! And the jury has reached a verdict. And they find the defendant innocent on all counts.
You win it. You better win a case and drive depended on it. Now, boy. I said it, Graham.
Oh, fiddlesticks! I'll never be able to get that jacuzzi now!
Well, I guess it's back to the past. extra bucks on the log rolling circuit.
You're both idiots. Find your own way home.
Well, Wolfie, we did it.
Yeah, thanks a ton.
Bed.
You want to go grab a steak after this?
What? You're not gonna become vegan again?
Are you kidding? Now that I've acquired a taste for savory meat?
You mean?
You did a great job. And you know,